that all Phase 1 to Phase 3 MCU movies were like from kind of mediocre to absolutely balling. I guess it wasn't exactly right. Because Ant-Man and the Wasp isn't necessarily the best movie out there. I mean, with the movie coming up next, it's a lot better compared to it, but honestly, this might be our first D. Ant-Man and the Wasp, I think it just doesn't really hold up. I mean, like, Ghost was a pretty forgettable villain. Not much of anything in this movie was, well, like, memorable in any way. It just there's just not that much to absorb from this movie. It's just there's nothing to remember about this movie. It's just pretty forgettable. One of the most forgettable movies in the MCU franchise. Now, Captain Marvel. When I first saw this movie, I liked it. Then I took a deeper dive and realized I was wrong. It's just nothing. It's honestly the one. Captain Marvel is the one MCU hero that I absolutely hate. Because she's just so overpowered. Who was the villain? What was the villain's name in this movie? Please tell me. I kind of like the idea that the villain is like tricking her into believing that the Skrulls are the bad guys, but it's just there's nothing about the villain that's interesting. I just want to stop talking about this movie, and you know what? And you know where Endgame's going? It's going all the way in fucking S tier, bro. All the way in fucking S tier. This is like the conclusion of the MCU in a way. This is what many people say. Because mostly, I mean, I guess Far From Home was still in Phase 3, but because everything after, and because to people, most of everything after Endgame, well, mostly everything after Endgame has been pretty bad. But honestly, it's just so freaking cool. The time travel, Natasha's death, Tony Stark's death, Captain America's retirement. So good, man. So good. And freaking all that scene with Avengers Assemble. And it's definitely has an Endgame has some of the best MCU humor. I'll say that. Far From Home, this is a bit of a look down upon Spider-Man movie, but I actually think it's really good. I like Mysterio. It's freaking A tier. Mysterio is awesome, and in a way, he is kind of tied to Peter because like Tony Stark was his personal mentor. Then again, I guess it's like a tie to a tie, you know. So maybe it's not that much of a strong tie, but whatever. But no, it's fine. Though I don't necessarily get why they try to portray Mysterio. Though it's kind of in Mysterio is kind of a double edge. Like I like the fact that he manipulates Peter into thinking he's a good guy because manipulation is the kind of thing he does in a way, like illusions. But the twist is kind of ruined because we know Mysterio is the bad guy. It's we know who Mysterio is. He's been around for like 33 years. But you know what? It's I do like Mysterio. And the part of the end where it leads into No Way Home is awesome. And to see like J.K. Rowling back as J.J. Jameson is freaking dope. But in a way, I do agree with Rift in Gaming that Peter producing his vacation over saving the world is a bit dumb. But I still like this movie. I don't think it's a bad Spider-Man movie out there. Now, here's where things start to go off the deep railing. Black Widow. I mean, there's not too much to say about this movie. I mean, Black Widow is. I do like the fact they gave her own movie, but I felt like she deserved a much better one. I mean, Taskmaster feels more like an Avengers villain than just a Black Widow one. And honestly, Taskmaster was done pretty badly. I mean, I'm not asking for it to be 100% adapted from its source material, but come on. And honestly, it just felt like it was kind of like rush a bit, you know. I don't hate it, but it's a mediocre movie. I'll just say that. It's getting a C tier. Shang-Chi and the Legend of Ten Rings. Now this is where this is a pretty this was really good, honestly. The action scenes were pretty fun. And I like I like Shang-Chi's jabbing the villain. And the action was also really good. I like the dynamics between characters. It's a great movie overall. I say I give it an A tier personally. I like Shang-Chi. The Eternals. Oh my god. Where do I begin with this movie? There's this movie is so bad that I got nothing else is coming from the Eternals in the MCU franchise. It's just gone. So bad that happened. Spider-Man: No Way Home is genuinely one of the best MCU movies after Endgame, and that's why it's getting an S tier. It's just how do I explain it? It's like try. It's like it's like take the best villains from each Spider-Man movie, which I like, you know, from the ones that aren't in the MCU anyway. And it does in the multiverse saga. This does the multiverse thing the best so far, at least. Because it's very cool to see the Peters interact with each other and them doing the meme. You can't tell me that the three Spider-Man interacting with each other isn't iconic. And I love seeing the Peters interact with their own villains. I'll say that. Man, this movie's just so good. Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, and we immediately plummet. I'm not the biggest fan of Doctor Strange, but man, does this is not this Phase 4 really had mostly the worst MCU movies, at least. Multiverse of Madness is just it's just not my thing, Let's see. I was thinking of everything. I was thinking what everyone's thinking with the Mr. Fantastic thing. It's true. I mean, and the multiverse thing we barely saw any of the multiverse, at least in full extreme. There was only really two we went to. It's just not. It's nothing. It Wanda's plan doesn't really make sense in the long run. There's just too many dumb decisions. And Wanda was pretty weird and Wanda acted weird as a villain. Again, Phase 4 wasn't really good when it came to villains, for the most part. Thor: Love and Thunder. This amped up the silliness from Thor Ragnarok a bit too much. It was a bit overused, and he was cool to look at, but he he wasn't really that good of a villain. The opening scene is pretty cool. I do like Gore's motives in a way, and the fight scene with the kids is pretty cool. But this movie's just not my personal favorite cup of tea. It just overdid the silliness. Just going deep. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. In terms of the original Black Panther, it's a bit it's a bit of a step down, but it's not a bad movie. It's just not as good as the first one. I'm giving it B tier. It's a good movie. I'd watch it again. Ant-Man Quantumania. This is a pretty mediocre movie. Kang was cool in a way, but he was very underused. And MODOK was just silly. Just not too much about this movie that necessarily stands out. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, my personal favorite Guardians of the Galaxy movie. It's going in S tier. This was James Gunn saying goodbye to the MCU, and he left it with a banger. High Evolutionary was such an improvement from Kang. It was just so much fun. So good. All the characters were great. No complaints from the characters. I'll just say that. And, I really enjoy everything about this movie. And once again, we plummet with the Marvels. Who on earth actually likes the Marvels? Someone tell me. No one does. It's one of my personal least favorite MCU movies ever. Deadpool and Wolverine. Oh man, we're instantly skyrocketing. It's too good. It's too good. I'm sorry, but I love Deadpool and Wolverine. It's an S tier. The opening scene automatically gets at least to A tier. Here, and everything about this movie is so fun. Cassandra Nova is funny. By the way, who is the villain of the Marvels again? Sorry, I just want to shit on it again. Captain America: Brave New World. I get it's a bit of a ripoff of. It is a ripoff of like the Winter Soldier, but it doesn't mean it's bad. It's not a bad movie. It's just at least a B. It's at least a B tier for me. I like Samuel. It was nice to see like a return of Ross and Samuel Stearns like after such a long hiatus. And honestly, I don't mind the leader's design as much, and as much as some other people did. And you know what, it's just a bit overhated. It's an overhated movie. What? With that being said, there's my entire list, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, is anyone surprised these movies are at the bottom? Because I'm sure not. And you should subscribe, comment, like, hit notification bells for my future videos. And without further ado, bye-bye!